G'day, 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 guys and gals. Today, we're going to be installing...
It's not even close to Newfoundland.
and testing...
I love it!
some lights that I recently received from Oxbeam. Okay, so we got Big Mike helping us out today. He's got a light bar for his 2018...
Outlander XT 850.
There you go. And on the other machine, 2015 Honda Rubicon Deluxe. Okay, so what we got from Oxbeam here for the Honda is a 9-inch light bar. They asked me what kind I wanted, and I said spot, because I wanted to be able to see far. So I don't know, we'll see how that goes. And the reason I ordered such a small one is because I wanted to mount it right here. And some mounts for the bars with lots of different rubbers. You get all the different kinds of rubbers. And some extra mounts for the back here. This came inside the box with the light, so I may have to take this apart to put another one of these on. I'm not sure how I'm going to mount it yet. And this wiring harness with a pretty solid switch, it looks like, but you gotta stick it on to your dash somewhere, and then the wire is going to be sticking out. Not crazy about this design, but it looks like a good setup as far as like quality goes. All this looks decent for quality, so we'll see what happens. Oh, sorry, stickers. They sent us some stickers. We got more stickers. And in Mike's, this is a 21-inch. Looks like combination spot and flood. And the same switch setup. Feels pretty good. Mounting brackets. And more stickers! Oh, just to be clear, Oxbeam did not send me this stuff. Mike bought this stuff from Oxbeam.
I did, and I'm not 100% for sure if I'm going to leave it on my phone.
Yeah, he's not sure about it yet. He might He might go to something smaller, he's thinking. This is really nice quality, by the way. This steel, this is aluminum, powder coated aluminum. Nice soft rubber. I asked for these because I was trying to figure out a way to mount it. So Oxbeam sent me these, so it's not really like their fault that these things are the wrong ones. These are for mounting pods on the side of a roll cage for a bigger machine, like a side-by-side perhaps. But I was hoping that I'd be able to figure out some way to mount it here or on this bar so that I wouldn't have to drill holes, because I don't really want to drill holes into my rack or my bush guard, but it looks like I'm going to have to. Okay, so one thing we're finding out here is that the nuts and bolts that they send for mounting are not really sufficient. So this one here, I need to have the nut and the washer here so that it locks. But once I put it into this mounting bracket, now I need another nut and lock washer, which isn't supplied. The other problem I'm having is send tons of these little varying size of rubbers to go inside here. Maybe you can see it better on this side. Here they are here. But I can't find a size that, you know, is good enough to hold it tight on here. Plus I don't think this is going to work good for my setup. I got to have the light right in front, so. Okay, here's another issue that Mike's going to point out for us.
With this setup, it's a good wiring system. Good wires, nicely sealed, but then you got this setup, right? So what it should be is it comes supplied with maybe, instead of spades, the crimps, and then you can just crimp them both together with a
or ends like this,
or ends like that. And if you crimp them together and they send a little chunk of shrink tube, and then you'd have a nice sealed connection here that's going to probably be in water and etc.
So a couple more connectors. I'm not sure why they do it. Maybe they do it to leave us with other options for mount for for different wiring harnesses. I have no idea. But some connectors on this side with some shrink tube, I think that would go a long way. Alright, well, we managed to get it mounted on. We had to kind of like jimmy rig a couple of these things. This is the one that goes into the back of the light. I'm just going to mount this temporarily. We got it to go on there. It's not super sturdy. It'll bounce a little bit. But I'm not even sure, to be honest with you. Like, I've never been a big fan of these lights. But I was debating on whether I wanted one or not when Oxbeam asked me if I wanted to try one out. I thought, well, here's my opportunity and I don't have to pay for it. So I'm going to hook it all up and we're going to see how it works at least. If I really like it, then I'll mount it more permanently. So on Mike's, what we did was, I think he was watching a Cubby video and he ended up kind of just temporarily putting it on like this, because he's not real sure that he wants this big massive light. That's going to be a lot of light. It's Mike in the background.
How's it going?
Okay, we got everything hooked up.
We did.
And if Mike sounds a little funny, it's because he's originally from New Brunswick in the Acadia area, and he has this weird Newfie French accent. We're not sure. We don't know what it is.
It's not even close to Newfoundland.
Yeah.
New people from the West Coast.
Okay, so we're done. I'm just going to show you how we put the light switches. These things, all they are is like little adhesive and they just stick on. So I've hooked up mine to my ignition, and that's the light there. Mike, on the other hand, did a really fast hookup, because on the end of the wire they supply these and they just go straight onto your battery terminals. So the only problem with doing that is this light's on all the time, so it's draining your battery all the time. So Mike mounted his here, nice little spot for that. I like that spot. Anyway, this is Mike's massive light bar. So you don't stand in front of that thing, because it'll blind you for about 3 minutes. Whoa! Hang on. Okay, turn them off, Mike. Yeah. So that's what the light's on in here, and it's still light out. We're gonna go for a little rip, and hopefully when we get back, it's gonna be dark when we're coming off the trail, so we can test these things out. Talk to you later. Okay, here we are, Mike and I. Hey, look at Mike's getup. Look at that, eh? The orange stripes and everything. Looking good, buddy.
I'm ready for the cold.
So we got the rigs all wired up for lights. Turn that big bar on. Can't really tell right now because it's still a little bit light out. I think it's like 5:30 or getting close to 6, so days are getting longer already. And it's what is it, January 26th today?
January 26th, yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how quick your thumb feels the cold.
Yep.
I'm sure glad I rigged up these hand and thumb warmers.
Oh, isn't it deadly, eh?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just a no-brainer. And once you have them, you go, man, why didn't I do this sooner?
Why didn't I do it sooner? Exactly. Right from the showroom floor should be the first thing you put on.
Oh yeah.
Wow, what a beautiful evening.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Camera's still flashing. So this is just with my regular headlights on. This is with the third headlight that's on top of the handlebars. It doesn't make a huge difference right now. It makes a big difference when we're in the trees and stuff, and when it's really dark. But this, holy man, the snow's deep in here, eh? Okay, okay.
Your lawnmower's having a hard time.
There we go. There's the ox beam. Now you can really see the trail a lot better.
Yeah. Maybe it's because it's like minus 20.
Is it minus 20, really?
With the wind chill, and now we're driving.
Oh yeah, man, that's a huge difference.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's just that little 9-inch bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, I tell you, this LED light bar,
Yeah.
what a difference.
I'm telling you, from up here, it looks like a train coming. That's how bright your spot is, eh? Like,
Well, you know, if you turned your lights right off and you didn't have any tail lights on,
yeah.
you should see how bright that reflector is on your shoulders.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's almost blinding me. Nailer, Dean. Attaboy.
Oh, it's still going, buddy.
No way.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm out. Oh, I almost got it stuck.
Are you out? Are you out of it now?
I'm out, but it was a long haul. Lucky thing the Can-Ham broke trail for you.
I love it.
Like it's not super deep, but
Okay,
now it's good.
you're half a mile away from me, man.
Really?
I'm not kidding you.
Holy.
I can't believe we're still communicating. These things are supposed to be only good for 700 meters. No, I haven't. Is there a trail going over to the right, following the creek? Oh, we're going through a... Oh, I like it. Look at this. Nice. Okay, that's my regular low beam. And then this is the high beam, that's got the light in between the handlebars. And then I add my aux beam, and look at that. That's actually quite a big difference.
Oh, super big difference.
I cannot believe that little 9-inch light bar, how much light it throws.
Yeah.
You know, backup lights would be great, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, that's a big difference.
It's crazy. We broke the trail 3 times or 4 times now, but it's still tough to get through.
Exactly. We're just going to do a little comparison test here.
And yes, we have trees in Saskatchewan.
Yes, we do have trees. A few trees in southern Saskatchewan. Northern Saskatchewan, there's lots of trees. That's where you see most of our videos are up there. So let's turn all our lights off. So those are just my regular headlights on low beam. That's on high beam. And then I throw the aux beam on top of that. And what a difference. Now I'll turn my other lights off. And you see, even with the other lights off, it's a huge difference with the aux beams. Now I turn the other ones on. It adds a different color tone, so that's good. But it definitely doesn't like throw the light the aux beam does. And that's a 9-inch spot. That's what I have. It's a 9-inch bar, and it's a spot beam. Now we're gonna show you Mike's 24-inch combination flood spot. So first, Mike's gonna put on his low beam factory lights. Now he's gonna put on his high beam.
Yeah.
Now that's the high beam. That's really good. Okay, now throw the aux beam on top of that. That's huge.
That's lighting up the woods
Yeah.
like crazy.
They won't see it on the camera, but we can see trees that are easily 6 feet into off the trail.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I'm impressed. I seen it in videos, and I always thought, holy crap, I'd like to have some of those. But you know, when you put them on yourself and you can see the difference, it's more impressive when you're looking at it live. Okay.
Absolutely. All right. We couldn't pass any further on this trail, so.
Well, yeah, we have to flip around. We got to go take a different trail because it snow's too deep up there. All right. Let's go. Lots of tracks and animal tracks in here.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, deep. Woo, that's a bit of a drop.
Oh, that's a jump, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're almost to the next highway.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill my ox beam here soon.
Oh, that's a good idea. Holy, that's a big difference.
Yeah. You're not gonna take that off now.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I think she's staying on.
Yeah.
All right, aux beam to the truck. Here we are. Back at the truck. You eat some aux beam?
Oh,
Here's the regular lights, and here's the aux beam. Regular, aux beam. Regular, aux beam.
Okay, we're done. Did you get a lot of description on how to do this? It's actually pretty simple. Auxbeam does a good job with their wiring. Everything's just plug in, and then there's 2 terminals. You hook it up on one end to the light and the other end to your hot and neutral, and that's it.
Thanks for watching.